the way,
I think
the
we're gonna
title.
go live. You're here. Oh, we're up. How are you, brother?
I'm good, man. How you doing? Good to see
First,
you.
I have before we start, I have to apologize publicly for last week. I'm still not feeling good, but that was like unacceptable. My bad.
Man, no worries at all. Everybody's dropping like flies these days, so everybody be safe. I'm very happy that you're feeling better.
Well, glad to have you on the show, my man. Like this one, it was so anticipated because so many people were like DMing me. Is this real? Is this joke? For the people that joining, like we usually give it some rest so people want to join, but since we want to just start it off quickly, and if you guys are missing this part, you can always play back the stream and watch it from the start. But this is the deal: we are seeing so many AI agents coming, and there are so many projects. Everybody's like saying, "Oh, our AI agent do this. Ours do very nice replies. Ours do very nice tipping." But this one is different. If Giza, if French wasn't introduced to me by Coinbase channel, I was like, go get a job, man. You want to scam people. This is not gonna work. Like, who will believe in this era an AI agent will be like a super pro crypto accountant that can manage your fund? I don't want to ramble too much about it. Wrench, why don't you just give us a very nice intro? What are you guys doing about the team? Like, give us a nice intro about the stuff.
For sure, for sure. Again, thank you so much for hosting us. Ever since you first tweeted out about Arma and Giza and what we do, I've been going over the replies, and you have a very obviously like loyal fan base who got very excited, and we are super excited to see people excited about what we do because as you mentioned, there has been this oversaturation of AI agents and the narrative over the past few months, and none of it really came with any kind of utility. And rightfully so, all of them kind of disappeared and had very short life cycles. Now we are in this era when people are looking for functionality. People really want to understand how can AI make my life easier in Web3, and how can it simplify all of its complexities. The reason, a little bit about myself. I'm Rench. I'm the CEO of Giza. I come from a product and marketing background. Before Giza, I was head of product at Johnson& and Johnson for 5 years. Before that, I was in Electronic Arts, the video gaming company. If any of you played FIFA, you can find my name in the credits of FIFA 2018. And before that, I was at Sony Electronics. So I come from like quite a product background. I have two co-founders. One of them is my CTO. His name is Fran. He has been doing AI for a decade. He was head of machine learning at Adidas before founding
Nice.
Giza with me, and before that, he was head of machine learning at BBVA, which is one of the biggest banks in Europe. And I have another co-founder who's actually my childhood friend. It's his birthday today, so happy birthday to him. He's also the most amazing mechanism designer that I've had the chance to work with. The Giza team consists of my CTO's engineers that we stole from Adidas and BBVA. So we have a team of like machine learning engineers and data scientists. So in this intersection of AI and crypto, we come more from the AI side. And we have a team that has built AI and machine learning solutions that serve millions of people in consumer goods and fintech. And now we want to make the same impact in Web3 and more specifically DeFi, solving quite tangible problems. These tangible problems are all of the complexities and anxiety and frustration that we all feel when dealing with decentralized finance protocols and trying to get the most of our capital. We are now in an era where the demand of these financial markets have exceeded what us users can potentially do. None of us has the capacity to go into each DeFi protocol and understand their super complex interfaces, mechanisms, and sign 40 different transactions to go from A to B. And we are, seeing fragmentation like we have never seen before. We have seen risk like we have never been exposed to before. Overall, there is like an ever-growing need for a holy grail of a solution that takes care of all of this complexity and levels the playing field. And that's super important. We are in DeFi.
How do
We
you
are
say
currently
level the
in a
playing field? You guys are like de-leveling the playing field.
Yeah, but that's how it's supposed to be, right? Because if from a purely ideological perspective, when we first heard about DeFi, when first DeFi came out, the promise was it's finance for everybody. Like there's no permissions, there's no requirements. Anybody who wants like can get a financial instrument, and that was super powerful. And that is the true paradigm shift of decentralized finance. But as we have built, more and more complex primitives and protocols, we lost that ideology and it became finance for those who can conduct it in a perfect way. Like only the technical savvy person can use it. And that is the information asymmetry. That is like the leveling of the playing field that we need to correct course here. Because currently there's a group of people that knows how to get the best yield on stable coins, that knows how to deleverage, that knows how to trade LRTs. And the majority of the crowd is either watching or they're not even in DeFi because
Mhm.
they cannot get in. So we also want to re-democratize decentralized finance and bring it back to its roots. So, solve the problems of the users, remove all of the complexity, make DeFi accessible for everyone, and do this in a way where it's secure, it's non-custodial, it is profitable, and it can scale. So these are some of the the passions that we strive towards. This is why we have built Giza, and Giza, in its essence, is an infrastructure that enables intelligent, autonomous financial markets. What we want to do is we want to transform how capital operates in decentralized systems, how capital flows in decentralized systems. And we want to enable it to flow without or with very little human intervention and overhead. And this is perhaps I can close like the introduction and I can get to more questions from
No,
you.
it's all. I can listen to you all day, but our audience, they are impatient. I'm already seeing the comments. Like, we want to see it. Like, when is it possible? This is what I promised them. Sorry, I didn't tell you before, but I was kind of sure you're okay with it. They want to see Giza live in action, and I want to put some money
Sure.
myself in it. I never tested it till now. I was waiting for this session to do it with you. Tell me how it's done.
Yeah,
Let
for
me
sure.
bring up the desktop view.
For sure. Let's go
Let
for
me
it.
put out the website. There it is. We come here and Giza. Okay. I have the
So
Giza
this
website on. Let me just
perfect.
remove this code for code. That's not important. We can just leave it there. Okay. Agents enabling user centric markets. What should I do?
Let's
I want to make
go.
money with your agent. How should I
You
do?
can deploy you can deploy an agent right
Where should
there.
I go? Deploy an agent. Okay. Clicked on it.
Yeah,
Now
and it will
launch
go
agent.
to Arma. Yeah, so maybe we can take a second to explain people what Arma does.
Uh huh.
And Arma is the first financial autonomous agent in Web3. It is the only one out there that is truly autonomous and truly intelligent and conducts capital. And it is the answer to the question, how can I invest in stablecoins? It is your best way to invest in stablecoins. And the paradigm shift that it creates is that you no longer have to go to Morpho or Aave or to know these things to get the most out of your stablecoins. You come to Arma, you deposit your capital, and Arma continuously and autonomously finds the best yield for your stable coins
Mm-hmm.
and does it so in an individual way. So if Nabu deposits their capital, he gets a
Oh,
specific agent.
why
And
don't we
every
have you here? 1 second. I lost your feed. Let me change this one to you. Okay, now we have you. Sorry.
fantastic. So this is what it does. Like you don't have to be a super pro to get the best out of your stable coins, and it provides automated, personalized, risk adjusted return on your stable coins. From a performance perspective, since its launch, it is averaging around 9% APR on stables, and it is doing so by leveraging every single opportunity that the base ecosystem presents to it. So if there's a great deal on Morpho, he gets it for you. If there's a great deal on Aave, he gets it for you. And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to
So
sign
can
anything.
I
All you
summarize
need to do is
this? So
deposit.
I wanted to
Of
see that I
course.
got it right. So you have a live AI agent right now on the base ecosystem, on the base chain. It will check all of the different DeFi platforms, and based on the money I have at that time, it will detect which platform it will give me the best yield, and it will take the money there.
Correct.
Beautiful. How can we do it?
Correct. You just have to launch an agent on the right top corner,
Okay. Clicked on launch an agent.
and you have this interface. As you can see, we do want to go for a bit of a different interface, and we think like not every DeFi protocol has to be so clunky. You can connect your wallet.
Okay.
Perfect. You can connect any of your wallets,
Okay. Unlock
and
automated DeFi.
here exactly. Here you create what we call a smart account. Smart account is basically creating your own instance of an agent that allows for this non-custodial automation to happen. We decouple the funds from your management of the wallets and the management of the agent, and now
Okay.
you will get to choose how much of your funds should be transferred for the agents, and then you click activate agent,
Okay. Clicked on.
and
You
then you
can
say
determine how much you're gonna put USDC in it.
exactly. You determine how much capital you want to give it to conduct it.
For now, it only covers USDC, right?
For now, it only covers USDC because base runs on USDC,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and we will enable like other currencies to be deposited, like ETH and whatever else. But
Okay.
currently, it's for USDC.
And I connected the wrong wallet. I don't have USDC in it. After putting the amount and just activate Armod. That's it.
That's it. And
Yeah.
once you activate Arma, there is another signature that you will have to sign, which is the
Okay.
signature of another primitive called session keys. And session keys allows us to bake, cryptographic securities to each every single agent to ensure that they operate within a limited functionality. This limited functionality is, it can only go to ABC protocol. It can only swap from A token to B token because security and trust minimization and control for us, there are engineering requirements when it comes to these things. And session keys signatures will allow for you to do that. And once you sign it off, Arma will work your money for you.
And I love the fact that you have only put $50 minimum on it. That's all.
Yeah, it's because a lot of people wants to,
Try
you
it out.
know, exactly wants to try it out, wants to experiment something new. As you mentioned, they are quite excited about, trying something new, and yeah, we don't. $50 is
What
a
are the
good threshold
risks,
to do so.
Wrench? What are the risks of using Alma?
There are the risks are very very limited. As I mentioned, it operates in a confined environment. It is built and designed to get you the most risk adjusted uh, returns possible. It interacts with the whitelisted partners that we have, and again, it operates in a non-custodial way. So all of the kind of narratives that you hear about an agent taking my money and running away, or agent doing something rogue with my money, all of these things are totally resolved, and you can just give your stable coins, and Arma will work them for you.
I have a question right here. Can agents go rogue?
Yeah, I mean, so at the end, it is an autonomous entity. So it is important while we are providing, financial instruments that automate, that brings intelligence, that they come with boundaries that are signed off by the user, that it does what it's supposed to do and nothing else. As we scale towards larger numbers and larger amounts, like security and trust and control are super important parts.
I told you our audience are impatient. This comment is in black. You can see it. I'm going to put it there. They're asking already, does this project has a token? You're gonna answer that yourself, right?
We don't have a token yet. Giza will have a token, and we introduced the Giza protocol a couple of weeks ago, and you can read about the token there. It is coming soon. Arma is not going to have a token. It will be everything under the Giza token. We believe in not diluting attention to
Hmm.
different
Hmm.
agents. And the reality is that it is very, very difficult to create one token, and it's impossible to create like a functional token that has a long life cycle for every single agent. And that's why we saw a lot of like the agent tokens disappear into nothingness. Nabu, I can share my screen and I can show them what Arma looks like when activated if you want.
Um, Let me see. This software that I'm using, this is a new one, so I can multi-stream to this platform. I have to read the user manual more to see how I can get how I can get your screen being shared because I only have
No
one
worries.
source. If you can change your
No
source,
worries.
I can put it in the big screen though.
Let me see.
And until you're checking that, let me give you a heads up to the audience. You've guys been asking me, like DMing me so much about the token about Giza. The reason I didn't talk about it is that the TG is coming, but based on the metrics they're going forward, like I'm gonna let you guys know because you know I'm a fan. I'm gonna jump on this one myself. I don't even have to say this is non-financial advice. I write it on my bio. Don't ape what I ape, but this is one thing I love to ape. And Rich,
Yeah,
until you're
I
doing,
appreciate
since
you,
I
man.
asked Mo, Mo is head of BD at Ledger. I mentioned what you guys are doing since it can be a nice addition to Ledger Live because many of Ledger holders, they love stables and they love yields on their stables. How do you see that going forward?
Yeah, I think working with we do have a lot of ongoing integrations with wallets because wallets represent an amazing opportunity to put this into work. Um, the idea is that within a ledger instance, you can with one click get yield on your stablecoin, and next to the USDC you get like a get yield button, and that is the only exposure to DeFi a user has to face at this moment. In the backend, an agent like Arma or any other agent that is built for Ledger goes into DeFi, evaluates all the risks, understands where the best yield is, it gets the user that yield, it identifies another opportunity, moves their money, and continuously does its operations in the backend while the wallet user is only exposed to the results. And the idea is that we streamline the flow of from the user to the best opportunities in DeFi, and all of that complexity is completely evaporating, and the user gets what they want. We also transform wallets into personalized sophisticated treasury managers that builds more and more features in the wallet. So I think this agent native wallet integrations is the next big thing, and we are working tirelessly towards it.
So if I want to pitch this again to Ledger, I'm going to say our users are coming to Ledger Live. They will see an earn button in front of the USDC. They click
Exactly.
on that. They will determine how much they're going to put into the AI agent, Arma, and the rest, it's done behind the scenes, top notch.
Yeah, exactly. Like they will probably won't even be have to be exposed to the Arma interface because Arma also works as a white label backend solution similar to all Giza agents. So probably next to their USDC, when they click the earn button, that's everything they're gonna have to do.
What do you want to add about the TG? What should we expect? What's coming?
Well, it is a huge milestone, obviously, that we are super excited about. The one thing that I can assure everyone is that myself, I'm a founder that understands, the token is a product on its own. It has a huge impact on the community that we built. It is an amazing tool, and we will care for it in every potential way. We will make sure there is distribution. We will make sure there is liquidity. We will make sure all of the mechanics, both from a legal perspective and an operational perspective, are there. and the team will work day and night to make it a success. That's all I can tell at the moment. It is an integral part of the Giza ecosystem, obviously. It is tied to many of the agent operations and the protocol operations, and we are extremely excited about it. I work day and night at Giza. I work
I
16,
know
18
you're
hours
always
a day.
online.
Exactly. And somehow I still feel underexposed to it. And that's everything I can say about it.
Guys, you're seeing founder is present. He is docs. He is online. He's 24/7 working on his project. Their background is insanely legit from Adidas, Johnson Johnson, so from all over the place. If this team doesn't work, I don't know what team is going to work then, man. Because the idea is dope, the execution, everything, and I wanna. This is what I'm gonna do. The reason my audience they trust me is that I never goof around. I come
Yeah,
super honest, and I'm gonna do this with Arma as well. I'm gonna put my own money and activate an agent, and then I'm gonna share the results as in the streams, in the
fantastic.
spaces are going forward, and share it with the audience to say, okay, this is my experience, not only in the monetary part, in the process, how streamlined was it, where were the bumps, where were the any place I got stressed out or no, everything was cool, and I think that can be a nice feedback for you guys too.
Of course, the product feedback is super important. Like the user feedback is kind of engraved into our development culture. Every single thing we launch, there is a user research, a usability test a period that we go through, and we always welcome feedback from all of the users to ensure that we build for the users and we solve technical problems and actual problems that all of the people are facing.
No, this is next level range. I'm super active. I work with many projects, but there are some few ones that I deeply bullish on. Like I would love to see them go forward because some tech that are coming in, it's safe to say without fugazi or buzzword, they are revolutionary. This is one of them for sure. And me,
Appreciate it.
I would love to see this work. I would love to use it, and I would love to be like the word is like be safe, safu, to tell others to jump in on it as well.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna jump
Yeah,
in first, and I'm gonna share the results.
appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. There is a question from the audience which I really like, and it says, "How does Arma manage risks from inaccurate Oracle data?" Super curious. You have a really good community to be asking these kind of questions, by the way. It's a great question because we don't use oracles and we don't use APIs. We have direct integrations to the protocols that we work with, and we directly consume their data on chain and from the protocols. That allows us to be not dependent on any other intermediary user or like a platform, and allows us to make very timely, dynamic decisions directly from the data coming from the source. It was a very good question, and it's like an integral part of what we do. So just wanted to answer it.
So how because I know I have some people very active in the AI scene. This was the question they asked too. How like what's the scope they're looking at if they want to come in and dive into this section of the space? AI agents.
Where should they start?
No, but like, let me put it simpler. How? What are the barriers that somebody that loves to get into this side of the space? What are they facing? What are the obstacles they should pass?
Ideally, like we want to remove all of the obstacles. Like for us, there should be no barriers. You go to armo.xyz and you deposit and you start using it and you start understanding it and you start playing around with it. This is exactly like the information
No,
asymmetry
no.
that we are
I asked
trying
the
to
question
follow.
in the wrong way. The people that want to be like Wrench, they want to build something.
Oh.
How hard is that? What route should they take? Let them hear from a pro.
You should just be passionate about what you do. Like you should dedicate yourself to what you do. Similar to Nabu, he also works day and night. He's also terminally online, similar to I am. That's why he knows I'm always online because he's also always online. Um, I think you should find what you're passionate for. You should prioritize it for you. You only have like one life and one chance to do something special. You should not settle for anything average, and you should kind of like aim for the stars. Um, be ambitious, dream big, and just go for it. If you want to dive into the agent space, the AI space, right now, like the resources that are available to you are so vast and so much better than 5 years ago. You can vibe learn something in a day, and then you can build on it the next day. So like the iteration cycles and the cost of production got so low. The only alpha is your drive, how much drive you have. When I was first starting on blockchain, this was like years ago, I was reading white paper after white paper after white paper. I was summarizing them to myself. I was sending it to my co-founder, who's my childhood friend, every single morning. 10-minute voice notes. Is this what? Is this what? So there's like a grinding period that you need to do, but that grinding period is facilitated so much now, and it's just all about your drive and your passion.
Because you're listening it from a person that has a very nice background and he's still aiming for the stars. So don't settle for cheap stuff. Come do something
Don't
exquisite.
settle, man.
And I wasn't
Don't
expecting, I
settle.
really legit, I didn't touch it because I was waiting for this session to try it out with you. I wasn't like for real, I'm saying this. I wasn't expecting it to be so easy. So I was, because
Nice.
I'm super clumsy, I was waiting for you to come on. But I'm gonna do another video on this one and just share it, like how I did it, what were the steps. It was super easy, but again, since they asked me so much, I'm gonna do that. If there were any blind spots or anything added, I would reach out to you to make the video like more on point. You guys
Fantastic.
are dope. I love what you guys are building. Anything you
Man,
want to
thank you
add?
so much.
Anything I missed out? You want to add to it?
Um, just again, like a big thank you to everyone joining. I mean, Arma is the first manifestation of a much broader vision. Arma is like one proof of point of what's possible when intelligence and capital are tightly coupled, and what it enables for the users and the protocols and the ecosystems. And we are the foundational structure for an emerging ecosystem of autonomous intelligent businesses. And there are other agents being built in Giza right now. There are other developer teams building on top of Giza, and all of them will serve the same mission that Giza was built for, and that is to abstract the overhead, the operational complexity of decentralized finance, and unlock the next $1 trillion of productive liquidity, and make it accessible for everyone to access anything on DeFi.
Are the new
And
agents coming in doing the same thing, or they're gonna do a different task?
they'll be doing different things. So we'll look to simplify and abstract all verticals of DeFi. So Arma does stablecoin yield optimization. The
Hmm.
next agents will do delta neutral strategies, LRTs,
Nice.
meme coins, and institutional agents,
And
and
all of that will be
DCA
under the
agents.
roof of Giza with one token. That's
Exactly.
the alpha people. Okay.
We close it with some alpha.
But this is good. Like, when should we expect the TG?
Very soon. I think probably most of the people here are on our Discord. It's in a few weeks. It's coming.
In a few weeks coming. So we heard it from the man. I'm excited about this one. I'm hyped. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna do the video fast, and I'm gonna be contacting you very soon about it to just like
Sounds good.
refine any stuff that it's there. And man, I would love to see this. I repeated that so many times. I'm so hyped about this one. Love it. But any ending points? I know you're busy. You have meetings and stuff. I don't want to keep you waiting. But anything I missed out, please add to it.
No, that was great, man. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you everybody who joined. I'm very reachable. You can follow me on Twitter. You can DM me. I'm, as Nabu mentioned, online all the time. If you have product feedback, get into our Discord and provide it. We take it very, very seriously. And it was an absolute pleasure. And maybe we'll do another session sometime soon.
100%. I would love to. I would love to do that. Legit founders, dope projects, creative building. Why not? There's a lot to learn from you guys. It was such an honor to have you on the show, man. Like the people were asking for it, and you delivered. Now we have to go and play around with it and see how it will cash in those USDCs. That's dope. Thank you
Fantastic.
so much.
Fantastic. Thank you, Navo.
Much
Ciao,
up.
everybody. Thank you so
And
much.
thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And the rest will continue in the Telegram channel. So keep up, be online, stay vigilant, and don't jump in any meme coin that you see. Keep safe and talk to you guys soon.
Be safe.